Hello and welcome to Coping with Donald. I'm Phil. This is my back-to-back video thing here. This is a different subject. I want to talk about what I've seen on the internet, on YouTube, with people saying that they're just not excited about Christmas. Christmas doesn't seem to have any zest to it anymore, any meaning. And some of it could be because of Donald Trump and his ilk, but I'm going to not go there, actually. I'm going to give my opinion on why we don't get excited about Christmas anymore. And I think it's just as simple as growing older. There aren't enough new things in the world to keep our short attention spans busy year after year. It's not just Christmas that seems to hold less allure than it used to. I mean, we're not children. We don't believe in Santa. You know, I get more excited about giving gifts and getting them, really. But I was very un-Christmassy this year, gotta say. I feel the same way about sports. Now, of course, sports have changed. We have new sports that we didn't have when I was 20, such as women's basketball, things like that. And then a lot of sports have changed the rules to try to make it more exciting. I am a curmudgeon when it comes to that. I like the old rules. I just like the way things used to be. Oh man, I hate that. Man, I sound like my father. Actually, I sound like my grandfather generation. But sports doesn't hold the same excitement. When I got married, when I was 25, I stopped following sports. My wife hated the whole idea of sports. And I just married my wife, and I wanted to make her happy. So I said, all right, I'll give up sports. In the long run, it didn't help keep her happy. But I never really did go back to sports after that. I was too exhausted working. I was too busy working. I didn't have time to watch complete games and on TV and try to memorize statistics and know about the players or anything like that. I mean, even now, if I watch some sports, I'll watch an inning of a baseball game or, you know, maybe a second half of a college basketball game or something, but it's very rare. I'm just not that into it. And the more sports became about money, I think the less interested I was. And then again, I had to give my everything to working, really. To just work, shut down, go back to work, shut down, you know. And shutting down didn't mean cheering on sports. And then to tell you the truth, I watched too many games where one team would just do something really stupid at the end of a game and blow the game. And I was just like, I can't deal with this anymore. Failure, you know. And it just seemed so, it was performative, but not meaningful. I can say the same thing about, I like movies still. I like it less that it's becoming AI and it just doesn't feel real to me sometimes. Same thing with music. I've never been a big music person anyway. But I mean, when you get to be in your late 60s, you've seen it all, really. I mean, last night, Happy New Year, by the way, everybody. Last night, they had the rocking New Year's Eve shows and everything, and the one that my friend had on in the background was, I don't even know who the hosts were. It looked like Ryan Seacrest, but I think he was too young to be Ryan Seacrest. So I don't really know. I know they had Diana Ross sing near the end. God bless her at her age. But everybody else who came on, and I wasn't paying that much attention to it, but I would listen to the music and there was nothing there that I found inventive or different or Hey, I've never heard anything like that before. Or, hey, that's a really pure voice. It just seemed, and I didn't watch them dancing, and I give them all props for going out there in that kind of weather, how cold it was. Okay? But I didn't see anything that would knock my socks off. It was just like, well, I've seen stuff like this before. I've been watching this stuff like this for 40 years, 50 years, and it hasn't seemed to change. There weren't any songs that I considered particularly memorable. So when you get to like New Year's Rocking Eve, oh, that's on, we got to watch it. I'm just not that excited. I don't get excited as so many people my age get excited about America's Got Talent or Dancing with the Stars or Singing with the Stars or Britain's Got Talent or Kenya's Got Talent or anything like that, you know? I just don't get excited about it. And even, and I'll take this a step further, I haven't dated basically in 8 years. I've tried once or twice. But I haven't I don't get lost in love the way I did when I was a teenager. I mean, we can all think back to when we were teenagers or in our 20s and how when we would fall in love, we were so diving into the pool, I hope there's water kind of thing. And nowadays, it just seems more like trying to make a friend and seeing if it develops into more of a friendship where you can trust the person and then, maybe even think about becoming a couple. There isn't the fireworks that there used to be. And I think when people say about Christmas, it just seems to be missing something. I think it's just that you're getting older. And it takes something really new to get really excited. And the newest thing that we've had is the internet and what that can do. And now I guess we're going to have AI and robots, and which I'm not excited about. Okay, the more computerized cars get, the less I feel inclined to have a car like that. If you have a car that's going to decide whether or not it wants to let you in or not, we've all had computers. We've all had computers that get fouled up by viruses or go offline or just won't let you work anymore or, don't listen to your commands and do its own thing. I really don't want a car to be doing that. And I don't want a robot in my kitchen with a knife in its hand deciding what it's going to do either, by the way. So, that's going to be, I'm going to make a prediction. One day, that's either going to be on TV or it's going to be in real life where somebody gets murdered by their robot in their house. All right? And it's going to be like the trial of the century and, why did the robot decide this? And should we unplug all the robots? And it's going to be really something. It'll be after my lifetime probably, but anyway, that's why I think Christmas just doesn't seem to have the same punch because it has that zest, it has that fascination when you're young. I lost a lot of when my mom was too old to host Christmas anymore, and we're talking 30 years ago. And when my mom became too old to host Christmas and then moving to Florida, it just seemed to take away from what Christmas used to be. It's not that I dislike Christmas. In fact, when I was working at the post office, Christmas would be special because you'd be delivering these packages that everybody would be so happy to see you. Packages of gifts from another place to their family. The worst day of the year for me was the day after Christmas when we had to deliver late Christmas packages. That was, to me, one of the least favorite days of mine. Anyhow, we're done with this. This has been Coping with Donald, Christmas edition. Happy New Year to everybody. And I really hope you can all make the most out of it.